Hello, can anybody hear me? Hello, can anybody hear me? Test, test. Can you guys hear me? Test, test. Test, test. What's up? Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing? I'm sorry for the delay. How's everybody doing? I've had a bit of a problem with my computer. And I'm actually listening to myself on my other channel. So hold on a second. Let me lower the volume down. Okay. I kind of just woke up right now, so I apologize for this delay. I thought I was going to get this done quickly and efficiently, but certain things were beyond my comprehension. Let me just put some stuff up here on the table so you guys can see. And I'll be right back for just a moment. Okay, good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing? Good morning, CB671, Lee Gallup, GNUX, Erden Potato. Good morning. Can you guys hear me clearly? First thing I'm going to ask you that question. Is my audio on the audio that's coming out of my computer? Can you hear it clearly? Good. Thank you very much. Sorry about the delay again. Just certain things that were beyond my control. That and the fact that for whatever reason, this Orb software that I was using all the time was not working for me. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes it can be a pain in the ass to set it up because I always keep forgetting how to, the last settings, and I don't do that much live broadcast all the time. By the way, I'm going to. There we go. I'll leave it right there. I'm going to turn on the air conditioning because even at this early in the morning, it is at least 90 degrees. It's really hot. And let me just adjust the camera a bit where these guys are. There we go. All right, so I don't know if, as the name implies, I'm doing a Q&A with you guys. If you guys have any questions, I'll be glad to answer it as best as I possibly can. I haven't done a live broadcast in a long time. And I think the last one I did was me revealing myself on YouTube. No, it wasn't when I was revealing myself on YouTube. I forgot what it was. But anyway, thought maybe do this. I haven't done it in a while, and I know it's very, very early in the morning on a Sunday, July 1st. I will have to say this. I can't believe that in 6 months we will be going into 2019. We're halfway done. I can't believe that. I'm starting to see some questions here. Let's see here. What is that can on the left of your screen? All right, I'll answer that. That is my Ultra Duster for me to spray off whatever dust or particles are in it. Next question here. What is your favorite kit and upcoming kits? Well, are you talking about my favorite kits that I just recently built? Yeah, probably that. I'll answer that question. It's right here. The Leos. The Leos has been my favorite kits for this year, for 2018. A simple kit to build, not that expensive, very well detailed, simple to construct, no issues whatsoever. I thought this guy was going to be my favorite, but no, these guys are. And as for what kit I can't wait for, well, I'll give you a hint. There, that's my hint. All right. No problem, Lee. That's okay. You can ask me whatever you want. Do you plan on getting the Gundam 00 Diver Ace? Good question. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to show you something. Since I already have this, and I have this, I already got the Gundam Ace right there. The below Diver Ace there. And it's a good question to ask because I'm actually going to be building that this week. This week is going to be Gundam Diver 00 Ace. Or, sorry, Gundam 00 Diver Ace. I'm going to combine them both and other stuff. We'll talk about that during the course of the build this week. Let's see here. Just finished painting the Zeong. Oh, never built the Zeong. Which one is it? The H4D1, the high grade or the master grade version? Have you ever built any other sci-fi model ships? Well, CB671. This year I built the Andromeda. I don't know if you saw my video, but I built the Andromeda. I built the Kiska from Space Battleship Yamato. I don't have any other sci-fi ship kits other than one kit that I will talk about later on, mostly my favorites have been Yamatos. I've never been. I want to build a Star Wars kit, and as a matter of fact, I saw two kits that I may be interested in getting. The Star Wars Death Star trench set, which is like a 144 scale trench with with the little X-wing fighter on it. I'm sorry, the type yeah, X-wing. So the X-wing fighter right there, and I want to maybe I may be interested in getting the what do you call that? The B-wing, the classic B-wing that now Bandai has announced on 1/72 scale. Okay. I always watch your videos and tips about painting Gunpla. Thank you. Thank you very much. Stoked about the real right Sazabi? Yes, I am. And I think I mentioned this before. If I ever see a good deal on a master grade Sazabi Verka, I'll pick it up again and rebuild it again. Yes. Okay. Yes, the master grade. Yes, you're absolutely right. Hey, mate, what do you think of the new IVO silhouette? Tansen Arga. Nice to meet you. Good morning. I saw that the other day, and it was I sent it over to Prime 92 to review, and then of course things like that come up on Tag Hobby, and for it to reflect to the possibility of going back to the Calamity War, that's an interesting idea. I do like the overall design and all that stuff. I'm kind of a little burnt out on IBO, and to see a new one and then we have to rebuild that inner frame again, it's going to probably piss me off. However, if Bandai ever decides to move forward to a real grade, I'm sorry, not a real grade, a master grade, then we're talking. Oh, where did my chat go? Oh, there you go. I recommended getting, okay, nice, willing to see how it's done. Ever considered building Zoids just for fun? I bought a Zoid. I think I have one. I just don't know where it is. I'll look into the possibility. Don't know about calendar year 2018, but let's see what happens. I am a fan of your shading. Yes, thank you. I'm getting better at the shading part. I'm considering with the Jagan, when the Jagan comes out in this month. I'm thinking of doing a pre-shading on that, but doing away with this color and doing a different color tone. See what happens there. I'm burnt on building Bandai kits, and starting building Mobius Galactic on 1/32 scale. Oh, the Vipers, the CB671, the Galactica Vipers. I've seen those. Those are beautiful kits. Mobius, I have never got my hands on. There was one time when I was at Comic-Con a couple of years ago, the Galactica was being sold as a Comic-Con exclusive because it was all clear. I forgot how much it was. I think it was somewhere around the $50s or $60 mark. I was actually contemplating on picking it up, but I chose not to. I don't know. Mobius, I'm not saying nothing bad about Mobius. I just never got around to something that I would like to get or anything that caught my attention. Some gave me a theory that Mikase's kid could have a new Gundam kit pilot. That has been floating about. I've heard of that. Excuse me. I'm still waking up. I've heard of that story that we may, they may focus on that conflict. Not a conflict. The kid being pilot, but for the kid to be pilot, he has to have that system surgically implanted in his back for whatever reason. Remember that Mikaski had that because of hardship and to work and all that stuff, not because he did it because it was a prerequisite. And now in the future on Mars, where everything is back to normal, unless something horrific happens, then we don't know. But we'll see. It doesn't have to be a kid; it could be somebody else. It could be a side story. All right, let me read here. Okay, even though you might have answered this before, I haven't been one. That's okay. I'm sorry, Erden, if I didn't pronounce, if I, I can understand that everybody watches my channel. Everybody has a life and has to work and has to take care of things, have other things. So I'm sorry. If it didn't come out right, my apologies. What do you thought on the Bill Diver series? Well, it had a slow start. Really did had a slow start for me. Um, you got to give it a chance because it is a Gundam series. It's not hard to have a Gundam series where you are turned off on episode one and you're saying, "What the fuck was this?" Of course, there is a few exceptions, which I will not name, but it was pretty good. Just it was a slow build up because I kind of got a little sick and tired of the formula that was back from IBO, where you had an action sequence first in the first two episodes, then a little bit of a cool down in a couple episodes where character development builds up or whatever, then another action sequence, and I'm talking about mech action sequence, not even character action sequence or anything like that. And I got sick and tired of that formula because now there's only like two or three scenes in IBO that I will only go back and watch all the time, and that's season one. I'm not even talking about season two yet. So this one was a great build up all the way up to the last few episodes. For those who hasn't seen it, I won't spoil it, but it was an amazing episode where the Double O Diver Ace goes up against the No Name. The No Name was now my favorite mobile suit that I want to get. I was never a fan of the Age. No, sorry, not Age. The Astray Gundam. Never. I hated the Astray. The only one that I like is the Sengoku version. But the this No Name one, if I'll definitely get it as a high grade, and I am actually hoping Bandai will make a master grade of that. All right, what else? By the way, those Leos are looking so good. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thoughts on the new Labo line? Labo ends up in the what's Labo? I'm sorry, I may have not missed. I may have missed that in my line. Can you be more specifically? I apologize. Are you are you a god at Gunpla? No, I am not a god. Finish the Viper Mark II, painted weathered with the LEDs, CB671. I would like to see it. If there's any way possible, if you have a Facebook page, link it to my account, or send me the photograph. I would like to see that. Sometimes, uh, I want to see that fighter if you get a chance. Yes, CB, I do want to see that as a 1/100 scale, the No Name. Oh, that's right. Uh, no, now I understand the what the Labo is now. To see well, you're getting a statue. You're building a statue. You're not building something that can actually be moving around. It's just a statue that's soft and squishy. You might as well buy yourself a Barbie doll. I'm not saying you should. What is your custom Gunpla were? What if your custom Gunpla were being made by Bandai Company? Would you buy it? Fuck yeah, I'll buy it. I won't even complain. Listen. What we build, if we build something custom and unique to us, and Bandai incorporates it, obviously this is their property. We're just helping out in the designing process. Um, I'll definitely buy it because I'll support it. You know, if we don't support them, who's going to support them? We're the customers. They're the ones that brought the product to us and gave us that unique inspiration of us making these unique, cool little kits. All right, let's see what else. Oh, I'll be right back. Give me 2 minutes. Okay. I had to get coffee because I'm still trying to wake up. There we go. All right, where do we get left off here? Isn't she 15? Yeah, of course she's 15. Oops, hold on a second here. There we go. I'm sure I misspelled it wrong, but the new Fumiya kits, I'm asking the technology behind it. Oh, yes, the injection. The injection process on that. I was actually, okay, that's a interesting, that's interesting, though, how they did that. I don't think we're going to be seeing that in future model kit builds for whatever reason, but it is interesting. They always try to do something different and unique for their kits, so I do give them props for thinking up on that, on how to do that. What's going to say? Tao V001. Hey Strider, how's it going? Hope you're having a good day. Thank you very much. Which Gundam series do you like the most? I'm not asking for specific ranking or whatever. Series. Well, I always end up going back and looking at Turn A Gundam. That series has been one of my favorites, and I'm actually looking into the possibility of watching it again. I watched it twice already, and it's a very great series. I love the music and the animation there. Let's see here. The specific here. No name is so good. I just hope the articulations are as good as it looks. Waiting to see. Oh, going back to the no name. Remember the little that shoulder attachment that's on the side of the no name? Obviously, we're going to get that as an extra weapon part set type thing. I would definitely like to buy 2 of those and put it in other kits, whatever kit I feel that it needs. So I may want to get 2 of those. Let's see here. Waiting to see this 00 Destiny diver that showed up at the end of the last episode of GBW. Yes, we are all waiting for that too. I was not going to say anything for those who hasn't seen the episode yet, but there's a silhouette of the next mobile suit that Rico is going to be using. Let me see here. What? I want you to build your own mobile suit with your own color scheme, as you are an ace pilot of the Earth Federations of the Xeon. Will you accept the challenge? Well, that's a good challenge because I'm also going to be building my GBWC kit with my own color schemes. So maybe I'll add that to the design. I need to count how many times you brought your mug onto the video. The only time you see the mug, is when I do a news and review video. So if you do a search for Gundam models, news and updates, and then the date, that's where you see this. Yeah, and by the way, if you guys, let me just say this. And those who don't know, the mug was a mug that I actually custom made through a company known as Zazzle.com. They make you can make custom T-shirts, custom mugs and hats and all that stuff, and for gifts or whatever. So I made a mug a long time ago that I think many people remember it. That said, I think it said it right here. I love Gunpla, but it broke, so I ordered another one. But I didn't realize how big this is, and I should have gotten a smaller one. My mistake on that. Okay, let me see here. Yes, the coffee. Yeah, let me. And I put a little hint of cinnamon. All right. So hello M Sumoza. M Sumoza. Good morning. How you doing? Welcome. Hey, Strider, for GBWC this year, do you think the entry will be finished before then giving you going to okay, yeah. Well, let's review GBWC. Clearly, the GBWC is going to continue on until November on various locations. Anime Next, Image Anime. What are the shows? You know what? Let me open up. The page for GBWC, and then we'll review that right now. GBWC 2018. 2018. And, I don't know if I have the exact calendar dates here. Bluefin has not updated their site for this. And if you go to Bandai Hobby site, it talks about the specific locations, but no present dates. Well, I'm going to go with the United States dates here, not the world dates. Come on, show me. I can't find it here. Working entries. All right, here we go. I found it now. My apologies. All right, so we have certain sites like Anime Central, Kaioi-con, Famicom, A-Con, Otacon, Anime Expo AX, Anime NYC, and I believe I don't know. Is Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con having that? I don't know. I could be wrong. But I will be attending the Anime NYC, which comes in on, which is going to be on November. So you can technically say I have an extra month to complete my kit. I will make it in time, of course. So I've already began the initial assembly, which I'll do a bit. My next part 2 work in progress will be this month. I don't want to say it now what it is or what we're doing, how far I've progressed, but I want to show it to you guys. I know many people saying, why did I release episode 1 with just me showing off the intro? Well, that's me, of course, building off my what I'm going to plan to do. And I should also mention that besides those 2 kits, I'm adding other kits to this build. So this is an ad hoc situation where things can change on the fly. So there you go. Got my mug of coffee here as well. Good for you. At least we're enjoying ourselves. Yes, Turn A is the best series, to me and to everybody who's enjoying it. It's black like my soul. What genre of music you listen to, especially when you are building, painting, when you are not finishing? I pop up Pandora, and I have a mixed selection. Sometimes I'll put a little 80s music, Duran Duran, U2, anything in between from the 80s. Sometimes I feel a little poppy, and I'm a big fan of Michael Jackson. I'll listen to that. If I want to get a little bit nostalgic, I'll switch over to Johnny Ventura. For you Dominicans out there, a little listen to merengue, classic merengue to me. And if I want to really relax, Metallica. Yes, Erden. You need that. You need something really warm inside you so you can get yourself going for the day. And to tell you the truth, I had to turn off my AC unit in my room because I've had it on all night. And after like a half hour, I got to kick it up again because it's really hot out here. Hot. It's ridiculous. So summer is officially here in New Jersey. I was getting sick and tired of this stupid bipolar weather we were having. Like one day it's warm, the other day it's cold, the one day is nice and sunny, the other way is cloudy and breezy. And it's like, what the fuck is well, global warming. All right, what else here? Got to be honest, last year's GBWC consistently made beautiful Gunplas, but some are not that creative. Listen, I'm not gonna say never bring down somebody who brought a kit at GBWC. They tried their best, and what I'm hoping for is they go take it to the next level and show off even more creativity. That's the whole purpose of GBWC, because when I went there, I saw some amazing builds. Obviously, last year's winner, I loved Jordan's steam engine train thing that he did, which he brought to Gundam Planet. That was beautiful. He did a great job on that diorama. What was another one? Michael, who a kid named Michael, who brought uh, his custom build of the oh god, the Barbatos, which he brought to Mosquito Con. I took a photo of it. That was an amazing build and amazing techniques that he did. These are things that inspire you when you look at that. And I'm hoping that when those people who brought their kids, that of course, could have done better. When they look at the other kids, they say, okay, now I know what to do. Now I know where to go. Now I know where to plant my feet and move forward. That's what I'm hoping for to see. So, yes, we do. Sometimes we have good days. Sometimes we have bad days. But then sometimes we have amazing days. And that will happen to everybody if they stick to it. All right, let's see here. Hello, Strider. You have to listen to satanic metal? No, I do not. Oh, H4D4. That's right. I was trying to figure out who it was. Who was this? I opened some of your videos while painting and just opened up a 6-hour jazz bar music. Oh, good. Jazz is not bad, especially. I think the last jazz music I listened to, which actually is pretty cool, is the one from Thunderbolts. Are you gonna get the Australian no name? Gundam A Mugen. Yes, you just came in right now. Good morning. How you doing? And I mentioned it about maybe 10, 15 minutes ago. Yes, I am definitely getting that. I want to get it and I want to paint. I want it. I don't think I painted the only Australia I painted was the Sangokuden Master Grade. Never built the high grade version, so I'll definitely look into doing that idea. Second here. There we go. One okay. Rock is awesome shit. Listen to old Metallica or new. Both. I kind of like both. They're not bad. I mix it up. I'm not. I'm not stingy about which one is which. Sometimes there'll be one that I'm saying, "Oh, what the hell is that?" Totally scale modelers. What time zone are you calling from? For having a nice cold beer. Well, if you're on the beach, fine. I got it. Hello there, Vegeta Vault. Good morning. How you doing? Have you watched the Plamo to? Yes, yes, yes. Good topic. Thank you very much for asking. Thank you for asking, H4D. During the early years of YouTube, before I started getting into YouTube, I remember watching that series. I found it was actually, I think I may have mentioned this before. Um, I was dating a girl who was also building model kits, not Gunpla, just regular model kits. And she was kind of the one that got me into building, customizing and then painting. And I was like, at the time before YouTube, I was never a good painter of Gundam model kits or anything. I never painted no models. And she kind of got me out of that mode of me painting kits. So at the same time, we were watching YouTube, and she showed me that first episode of not episode. What was it? I forgot what it was. I believe it was the build of a tank, and I immediately got hooked on it. And every day I was like wanting to watch another episode. Back then, of course, the episodes were not, they were illegally downloaded and from the site, and I was I was always happy to see like a Gundam video, but I was always happy to see any other videos from them, whether it's from Gundam, whether it's building a tank, a plane, a figure, all that stuff. It didn't matter. I watched it because I understood what the model builder was doing, even though it was not subtitled. It was, seeing what they were doing, you immediately figure it out. I really enjoyed it, and I was sad that we're not seeing that anymore. And I know it's not a Bandai company; it's something else. But it would have been great for them to actually, stream those videos and maybe new ones. That's why we should do this ourselves and promote our hobbies to everybody so they can see it, review it, reviewing the content, reviewing how the building process. Get great model builders to do something like that. I know that it is a bit of a chore for what do you call it, production and setting it up, because these guys have spent like months and years to produce a 15-minute, 20-minute, maybe an hour episode, but it's a lot of work, and as you saw, the series paid off. It got me into this. Let me put this kit up here so you guys can see it. I'm not a big fan of how I did this. It looked okay. I have to agree. It's not one of my best builds. I should have done better. The only thing I liked about this is the assembly of the rifle, my custom FAMAS rifle. That's the only thing that looks good. Everything else is eh. All right, next question. Are you excited to see the full reveal of the new IBO Gundam? Some think of it as it's the Calamity War Barbatos. Yes, I mentioned it before that it's interesting to see that, and I'm not fond of rebuilding the Barbatos again because I'm so sick and tired of it. But if it's unique and different, and the one thing I don't like of the inner frame of the Barbatos is its leg construction and its strength. It's not something that can hold up pretty well unless you have a stand. Okay. Have you making kit bash customs like the high grade version of the RX-72 Verka? Kit bash customs like a high grade version of Gundam RX-72 Verka. So making a high grade, taking the high grade Gundam and turning it into the Verka version. If that's what you're saying, I don't think I can. Don't know. To tell you the truth, I've never built a high grade Gundam yet on camera. Every time I see one of the Revive kits, I may be interested in getting it, but don't know. I don't know. Can't give you a definite answer on that. UK. Oh yeah, you guys are still trying to sleep. Okay, cool. How are you guys over there in the UK? I actually started Gunpla last year. All right, good. Very good. Pretty good, Vegeta. Okay. Oh yeah, because I'm saying good morning. Paul M. D. Tomaso. Hello, Strider, and everyone else. Happy Canada Day to all of us Canadians. Good morning. How you doing? Happy Canada Day. Oh, that's right. I think Prime 92 just told me that. You live and you live and you learn, right? It's true. Looking for those Leos. Kind of want to get 100. Yeah, you want to get 100. You know there's somebody out there that did pony up close to $200 or maybe $300, and well, hold on. If you want 100 Leos, that's $1,000 because it's less than $10 each. Enjoy yourself. I know, Lee. I know it looks great, but it could have been better. It could have been better. I try to make when I make a custom, I know I'm now in the mindset of saying to myself, if I'm going to make a custom, make it so it's ready for a show. At a moment's notice. Ready if you're going to go to a hobby show that you're going to compete, whether it's in a couple of weeks, whether it's in a couple of months, whether it's next year, do it and put your heart into it. Like these guys are ready for Mosquito Con 2019. I'll put this in the trifecta department. So these guys are done. I like how they came out. And you know what? I have to apologize. Because of this guy taking so much of my time. I haven't built any other kits that I can display and show off, other than the Jagan, which I just recently built, and and then this little guy right here, which is technically a model kit, but this G-frame one looks sick. I really like this kit. I think I mentioned this before. If you guys get your hand see one of these at a show, don't pass it up. don't pass it up. This is a very good build. But make sure you get the 2 boxes so you can get the armored parts and the weaponry. But I really like how this came out. But regardless of the case, I haven't built many more kits, and now with me building my GBWC build for this year, I don't see myself building anything else other than what I just said, that I'm going to be building the 00 Diver Ace kit tomorrow. You'll be seeing that episode. And oh, that's right. That's right. That is right. Let me do this right now. Let me put this to the side. Actually, no. We'll use these. Okay. Hold on. So I might as well start promoting this guy's video. For those of you who watch his channel, Zaku Aurelius is doing a contest in anticipation of his reaching a specific milestone in his subscriber. And he's going to be doing a contest using a specific model kit, which I'm about to show you. I'll use this as an example. Where is it? Oh, there it is. There we go. So he, for those of you who remember, he's going to do a contest for anybody can take a Haro ball, whether it's the basic green, whether it's the blue, the red, the orange, whatever. Just send him a picture and then tell him that you're going to join the contest. I haven't done it yet, but I might as well do it right now. Let me grab my phone. And no, I do not want to take a selfie. And I might as well do it right here where you guys can all see it. And then, of course, you guys can all witness this, that I'm officially entering in the contest. I'll send them the photograph. And yeah. Now, I don't have the complete specifics of the contest. I know that's, you know, go to town with it, and there are various prizes. But the due date is September 1st. So we're now in July, and so we have 2 months. We have plenty of time. And this, I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I mean, I don't know what to do with it yet. I have a general idea of what to do with it. I have a kit that will be perfect, that will add on to this kit. And if not, I have some other ideas as well. So there you go. All right, let's see. Oh, I might as well do this. Right now, I'm not seeing that many questions here coming up on my chat. So let me do something a little fun. I didn't do this on the build of the Leo. I was going to do a photo shoot soon, but I might as well do this right now. You stay right there. See these little parts? These were part attachments from the campaign series. And if I put that here, and then now, there we go, one goes there. One goes there. Now, for this to work, you got to cannibalize the other arms. You got to go that way. Like that. There we go. Yeah, this is a little ridiculous, but I kind of like it. We're not done yet. Yeah, Yeah, this I can get behind it. There we go. Leo's ultimate form. What do you think of that, guys? Hold on. You know what? I might as well balance this out because obviously it's weird to see all this ridiculousness. But let me see if I can do this. I have the weapon sets, the weapon parts to the side. So let's see what we can do. I think we'll do the underarm cannon this way here. Then we do the beam rifle in the middle. There we go. All right, I'm starting to feel a lot of nice weight issues here. And then if we do that, might as well take the hand off. Whoop, stop moving. Then we take this part. Put that on here. And there you go. Leo's ultimate form. Clearly, no wing Gundam will be able to survive this. I get a kick out of that. That's nice. The other two Leos are saying, "What the fuck are you doing with our arms?" Yeah. I got to do a photo shoot of the Leos. I'm going to do one soon, and I'll post it on Facebook so you guys can see it. Yeah, this is really nice. I like that. The weapon, like this weapon, I know it can be done as an below the arm. The problem is though, you got to get. I wish the grip here goes forward, so this hand can grab it. Otherwise, it's going to have to be over the shoulder. But everything else is okay. This one took me a hard time to connect. Let me see what you guys wrote down here. Okay, do you have the Master Grade, High Grade GM Sniper 2 White Dingo Team Custom? No, I don't. And I already built the GM Sniper Custom, so I'm not going to do that. No, anytime soon. Yes, the Horror Block. Don't forget the paper with your name and date on it. Yeah, you know what? Well, I'll just write it down on the screen. Zach is going to know when he sees this video. But I might as well do that. He may say, no, you got to do it. Be right. The Sora Leo, Goro Leo. That's interesting. Man, Spider Leo. LOL. I really did that forearm. That forearm Leo. What? You mean six arm? Mecha Shiva. Okay. Am I the only one thinking that the Leos are oddly cute? Yes, they are cute. They're the cutest little guys, even without the arms. Let's see here. Whoa, six arms. Image of it appears in Build Divers. That's true. Do the Bruce Lee pose. Well, I don't think I can do it with six arms. How about JoJo pose? Say hello to my little friend. This beats the Gusian rebake in a fist fight. Good one. I like that. Yeah, Bandai did a good, great idea of putting these part of the campaigns, and I saw that, and I was looking at the insert that came with the campaign parts. I said, "Oh God, I gotta get this. I definitely gotta get this." Another possibility, because it doesn't have to be six arms, but considering that you have a joint part here, maybe like a weapon set system, like you have the arms, but then you have like weaponry coming out of that or being supported by that. That'd be a good idea to do that, because also it's an extension to the body where it's now more wider than it originally was. And of course, I should have thought of
maybe removing the shield, the little smaller shield, and putting one there, one there. But since I numbered it, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Let me see what you write. The the most hard controlling mobile suit in the world. Exactly. Even what? Oh God, what's his name? Forget it. I lost mine. Recreate the mask scene. The mask scene. Oh yes, I remember when he's holding on all the weaponry. Okay, fair enough. Good one, Anna. Good one. That's a good callback reference right there. Are you going to get the Bill Divers version of the Leo? Uh, hmm, hmm. I may, but it's going to if an idea comes along for me to do a custom, then yes, because I really did not want to break these kits. I like them the way they are, but the NPD version, I got to think about that. I am keen on getting it, but I have to think about it. It's a little expensive though. It's a little bit more expensive than this. So you have to balance that idea of whether you're going to get that or not. Because here's the thing though, you're getting that kit plus different type of heads and armored parts. And it's like the Jim Jim. When you bought the Jim Jim, you got 3 different heads. It's like, okay, that's fine. You can, because the Jim Jim was cheap. The NPD version, no. Okay, I love how the unicorn figure in the back looks like he's confused about the Leos. It's like, what? Exactly, I know. You just need a nice big exclamation point from Metal Gear Solid. What's your favorite kit you built to date? Mine toss up is between the Just a Cannon and the Buster Gundam. Good. All right. Well, to date, to date. Usually, my build is based on kits that I try to enter in contests or not, and it failed or won. Um, I have to say, the one kit that I built that I was actually proud of building, and I didn't have any issues, had to be the Sinanja Stein, the Master Grade Sinanja Stein, and I might as well pull him out because it was the winner for GBWC 2013 in New York Comic Con a couple of years ago, back in 2013. Let's pull him out so you guys can see him. Just give me a second here because I have a lot of kits here that are in the way. Like this goddamn Barbados Lupus Rex. That's massive sword. Hang on a second. This is it. Oh, hang on. Let me adjust the camera a bit. There we go. And we might as well give it a decent pose here. I haven't. It's been in the back of my cabinet for a long time. It's also collected a healthy amount of dust. And this thing is not strong enough to support the beam rifle like it used to be. But what are you going to do? Yeah, I'll do it that way. Be a lot easier that way. Yeah, there's a lot of dust here. You know, funny thing is that when when I built this guy, it was never intended to be a winner. Um, but I enjoyed how it came out, how the build process came out on this. It's weak. I gotta check that. Um, I was intrigued with it and how it came out, and this was at a time where I wasn't putting decals. I know, blasphemy. Um, I don't know. I was never a big decal fan. That's why I never put it on. I remember screwing up on decals and I did not know what I was doing and all that stuff. And then slowly but surely I started to figure it out. And I'm going to give credit to someone from GBWC, which I cannot remember his name. Maybe somebody can, and you guys can tell me. He was on Gunpla Talk a couple of times with Zach Aurelius, with Tim, with Justin, with Gundam UK. I think his name is Kim. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but he did pull me to the side, saying, "Listen, your kit was great, but this would have been better if it was with decals and all that stuff." And he gave me some good advice, very good advice, and I always take things to heart, whether it's negative or positive. I take it to heart, and this would have been a great kit if I put decals on it. But me and my stupid ego at the time, this was back in 2013, 14, 12. I don't know. I was going through a series, a phase, you could say, that I kind of said to myself, no, this is not the way it is. And when I got into building Gunpla, I got into something thinking that, oh, okay, there's some benefits for this. But I didn't realize, I don't want to mention what it is, but I didn't realize that there was more to it. And with that, I kind of said to myself, no, I have to be true to myself and true to others. And after some things are happening, I finally said, all right, enough's enough. I got to branch out, be more open. And that, of course, began where I started, appreciating, putting decals and all that stuff, trying some custom ideas. But I've always been fun. I've always was happy for this because it put me on the right track on where I'm going right now. It's not the best build, but it was a build that I enjoyed, and I hope you guys get your hands on this because it's a nice kit. Can't wait for the high grade though. I know you guys are. Let me see here. Steve Middledorf, how you doing? What's your favorite? Oh yeah, I did answer your question, sir. Vegeta, imagine if you had 4 legs and transformed like a spider. Are you referring to the Leos? Yeah, that could be that could happen. I guess there's an attachment for that. Oh wait, there is an attachment for that. I think on the NPD, isn't it? All right. Do you sometimes have Gunpla burnout? Yes, and that is usually on the tail end of me getting the fuck out of here, and that's on when I do vacation. When I'm not around for 2 weeks and I need to fucking relax. Those are the days. But of course, I've noticed that lately in my life, things have gotten to a point where I'm working too much. I have obligations. I have, of course, some things with my family that I have to deal with. And I know that one day there's going to come to a point where I'm going to have to probably stop building for an X amount of time and not even do any announcements for whatever reason that may happen. So yeah, that may happen. What else? A weapon that surpasses Metal Gear. Yes, thank you. Love the Senenju sign. Thank you, Steve. I want to get that kit someday. Get the high grade when it comes out this fall, Paul. Get it when it comes out. Speaking of Senenju sign, didn't they announce the high grade version? Yes, they did. We're gonna get that, and that was based off the narrative version series that's coming out. Sleeves version, I do believe, correct, right? Oh, thank you, Steve. Thank you for digital. I when I thought of this when I was building it, and I said to myself, "Oh, this was at a time where I was like in a big phase of me building everything metallic." And you guys know how I love making metallic model kits. What was the last one I built? Oh, the last one I built was the Wing Gundam Master Grade, and I did that with the. I mean, I've made it to the point where you can see your own face. And I will do another metallic build. This year is not going to go out without me doing one. So, for those of you who love to hate me doing that, get ready for that. It's coming. Yeah. So I was thinking about that, and then I thought, would it be cool to do that? Just what would be a perfect pattern? So this came out perfect because I cut the length of the what do you call it, the Tamiya masking tape, to a specific length, to a specific cut, and then thought of how the whole thing was going to revolve around, and it came out really good on how it worked. I'm sorry, maybe the shield doesn't show that much here. That came out nice, and then of course the paint job came out nice as well, and how nice and smooth. So I was happy at how the whole results came out on this. I've been contemplating on doing this again, this type of pattern again. Just haven't thought of on what kit, depending on the kit, because also you want a kit that shows off a lot of surface detail. But yeah, I'm glad that you were inspired. Thank you very much. Waiting to get back into Gunpla and buy GM kits. Should I go cheap or go high grade and get a few, or buy new master grade? Okay, don't force yourself if you're not comfortable. Get yourself in a pumped up mood by starting something small. Get a cheap high grade, build it, mess around with it, make a mistake, and then move on to the next. Whether it's cheap master grade like the GM Command, which was like $20, $22 somewhere in there, or maybe the GM Sniper 2, or maybe the original GM. Sometimes I've seen the original GM at a good price. So work your way up there. The paint pusher. I don't understand that. The paint pusher. Oh, Xavier Lamb. Thank you, Xavier. Yes, Xavier was the one that pulled me to the side and gave me a little bit of tough love, you could say. And I will always credit him for that. And I hope he does well in his next venture and in his work. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have gone to where I am now. And I'm hoping to continue forward. So thank you, Xavier. I'm on a Gunpla burnout at the moment, LOL. All right, take your time. Obviously do some other things. Build a puzzle. Make a Lego. Go do something completely different. It's like when we were doing homework in school. Sometimes we're our heads in a book trying to study, and then you're like, oh God, I don't remember anything, or whatever. Just walk away, breathe, do something else, and then go back. Gunpla will be there waiting for you. How do you get over Gunpla burnout? I just answered that question. Do you have lessons to Maria Taki Plastic Love? What? Do you had reason to Maria Takashi Plastic Love? I don't understand, Vegeta. I'm sorry. Maybe your translator didn't work, but you're gonna have to help me out there. Do something different, Clerk. Too much backlog. That's true. Clerk says, yes, we all have too much backlog. As a matter of fact, I'm holding off on buying, but then that's a lie to myself. Image. Imagine if there is a Jagan sleeve version. The only way that will happen is if somebody makes it on their own, or Bandai makes a continuation of Unicorn, which of course they will do. When I get burnt out, I either play down and entertain myself, or play some nice music and meditate on what I want to do, or just sleep. Sleep is good. Never good to force yourself into a hobby, or will quit before being fun. Being fun. Good. Oh, lesson. So, do you had lesson of? No, I still don't understand it, but I don't think I have that. So sorry, Vegeta. I like to do sci-fi kits, Star Wars, etc. Cool. That's great. Full frontal Jagan. That's nice. Yo, Strider, if you're going to do that pattern on the Sinanjo again, do it on the high grade version, like a nod to that. I've been thinking about that. I have. And obviously, if I do that, I will definitely put decals on it. I will definitely put decals on it. The guy that told you to use decals, but you just answered it wasn't him. No, it was him. It was Xavier. It was Xavier. I just forgot how to associate the name with the face. Let's see here. Best way to remove runner marks are nail polish and then have 7 different surfaces is the best and actually cheaper. It's only a few cents. Okay, good to know. Hi Strider, it's been a while since I saw the Stein. Well, this year I will be back to compete in GBWC and will not lose like the time I lost the Stein. Oh, really? You were there? Please tell me, which one did you submit? Because on that year, what came in second place was the Gyaradoga. I brought a Gyaradoga, but like a beat up version of the Gyaradoga with a lot of weathering and well, my interpretation of weathering and whatnot, and customized it. And my money was on my Gyaradoga, but somebody brought in a Gyaradoga painted exactly like full frontal with the sleeves and all. And I said, okay, that's the winner. He won second place. Are you that person? Please tell me. All right, what do we got here? It's actually lessons, but I was writing in the wrong way. That's okay. My entry at the time was the base diorama. Anyway, cool Leos, and also will be running the base diorama. Was that the one? Oh, yes. Alice, I remember that base diorama. I may have to go and look up on the old photographs. That was a great kit. You had so much stuff going on in there. That should have been a subcategory right there. Best diorama. Why didn't you win on that? No, I'm talking about the paint pusher. It wasn't the paint pusher. Hello. I don't know. Maybe I lost. All right. Sorry about that. So many questions coming up, but now things are starting to peter down. It's been an hour now. 25 people have been on. 9 thumbs up. Thank you very much for you guys sticking around with me. And hey, I'm still here. Ask me any questions you like. I'll try to answer the best as I possibly can. I guess let me give you a rundown of things that I want to actually build this year. And I was gonna pull it out to show it, but now I'm realizing because everything was so delayed, I didn't do this. I may have to do another live video. Give me a second here. Where the hell did I put that? Crap. Well, this summer has been it's going to be interesting because yes, working on my GBWC build is going to take up a lot of my time. The Haro plow, which I'm going to be working on my custom, that will be in between, and other kits that I may be interested in building. Let me show you because I have it on the side here. Let's pull it out. So the one kits that I'm planning to build this year, or maybe this summer before I go full steam ahead with my GBW. So I want to build this guy right here. This looks like a really cool kit to make. Don't know if I'm going to paint it though, because it's already pre-done. So that's something I want to do this summer. Sorry, not this year, this summer. And I'm starting to watch Full Metal Panic, Invisible Victory, and I bought this guy, the M9 Gernsback. So I'm definitely want to build this one and appreciate it and all that stuff, because I like the there was a great scene, and well, right now I'm only 3 episodes in. I haven't seen the entire series, and the series is still going. I think it's just now hit episode 11. But I really like the story, and I like the how the whole thing built up. Pretty cool. I was a bit surprised on episode 1. Episode 1 was just like boom, it got into the action, and I loved it. But it was like it was an action that kept on going, going, going. I said, whoa, slow down. But I really liked it, regardless of the case. Those of you who haven't been watching Invisible Victory. Let me read more comments here. Hold on. Where am I? Wrong way. Okay. What do you think are the best black gloss brands? By Gunzo or by Gaia Notes? All right. Well, I'm going to have to tell you this. I've always been using Gunzi, which is Mr. Hobby. I have never used the Gaia brand. For me, I mean, nobody sells the Gaia brand here, and I'm not seeing myself purchasing it online. I don't know, the price ratio is maybe around the same price range as the regular Mr. Hobbyland brand. I mean, but for me to get that and then wait for it to come in, and then whether I like it or not, I don't know. So I cannot answer that question. The only thing I do remember is the Alclad black base, which is great as a gloss for reflectiveness. That's good. But I used the Mr. Hobby black, and I've used Testors gloss black, which now Testors don't make that anymore. The Model Master brand. It's a shame. Really, it's a shame. Oh God, you guys went fast on the thing. Okay, here we go. Did you know that there's an actual little Gunpla community in the Middle East and in the Armenian Gulf? No, I did not, and I'm glad to hear that, because yes, Gunpla is for everybody. Whoever can enjoy this. I think I saw a video of some kids from maybe that region at a store looking at Gunpla, and I was very moved to see something like that. So I'm glad that it's reaching out to other countries and other regions. So thank you for letting me know, Vegeta. Have you ever done resin conversion kits? No. And I have a resin kit that was given to me as a gift, and I should look into that. I just don't know where to go and how to start that. I'll have to figure that out. So no. The penguin is a wing in. I'm sorry. I guess this paint pusher thing that you guys are talking about, I gotta have to look it up online to understand this, because maybe I'm not getting it. So I apologize if that. Maybe you guys are commenting on it and saying what it is. He only had a hand paint because I believe it's really good. It's good to see what he does. Yeah, well, that's who I'm talking about. Thank you. I couldn't remember his real name. Okay. The Grunsback built at Grunsback, but in GM Sniper Custom Colors is a good custom. That's a good one. The Arbalest and its color separations is much better in between the high grade and real grade. I wanted to get the Arbalest, but I said to myself, I'd one kit at a time with that, because I don't want to have that there sitting there forever. There was a time where I wanted to buy the Kotobukiya version of the Arbalest, but I don't know. I'm definitely looking into the possibility of getting the Arbalest. There's a metal build version of the Arbalest that I would love to get. Well, since GBWC is finally running at New York City Anime, a lot of old competitors will be back to compete this year. Yes, I heard about that. Hi, Strider. I'm a beginner builder, and I've made 3 high grades, 1 real grade, and 1 real grade. My question is on Gunpla I'm getting from my birthday. I want to know if the real grade unicorn is going to be hard to build for a beginner like me. There's another question that came in from O1 Shield, and I'll answer that in a minute. But to answer Miguel, I have the unicorn real grade. Actually, let me see if I can pull it out of the cabinet. Actually, let me put some stuff to the side so you guys can see this. Don't fall. Don't fall. You're about to fall. There we go. Just stay right there, guys. Hold on a second. Oh, hold on. I have a lot of mess here, so I'm going to put you guys on mute for a second. Hold on. Okay, so here's the real grade unicorn, which is still in its plastic, which I haven't even opened up yet. So to answer your question, I cannot answer that question. I want to build it, not paint it, just a regular build. So I've heard some positive things about this. A good person to look at is go to Prime92's video. She did comment about this. So it's a good build, as she told me. So yeah, look into that. It's really nice. Okay, we've been at this for about an hour and 18 minutes. We'll do another 15 minutes and then we'll be done, okay? Because you know, I got other things to do as well. Building kits, you could say. Going back to O1 Shield, what real grade have you built? Well, I built the Wing Gundam EW. I built the, hold on a second, I gotta dig it up. I know I built the Wing Gundam EW. I built the, the 00 Diver. Oh, sorry, the 00 Riser. The real grade Strike Freedom, the real grade Freedom. The Gundam Destiny. No, sorry. The Infinite Justice, which unfortunately broke on me when I built that, and I was like, oh great. So those are the only kits I have built. The ones that I have not built. Oh yeah, that's right. And of course the 00 Quantum, which I painted into the Shia Quantum. For those who don't remember, I have 3 real grades that I have not built: the Exia, the Senanju, and the Unicorn. One of those are going to get built, along with, of course, the Tallgeese and the Sazabi. Well, that was a question for Miguel, but I would be happy to know which you built as well. Oh, I just mentioned it. Gyaradoga Customized was done by Mark. His last name I don't remember, sadly. He is no longer actively competing or building. Hey, Mark did a good job on that Gyaradoga. I really like what he did, and I hope to see that. Maybe he can do another one. Wing Gundam Custom, I remember. What is this? Sweet, did you like the build? And yes, I did. Yes. Hello, my friend from sunny Scotland. How you doing, Grant? Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time it is. Have you ever done custom parts? For example, if you want to make better joints or swiveling parts. Swivel. Uh, I've seen many people do that where they extend the height or the width or the girth of the part. I have not done that yet. I haven't figured it out yet, and maybe I'll end up trying to do something like that soon. But no, I have not done that yet. I have the Real Great Strike Freedom, Strike Freedom, Unicorn. Oh, I have the Strike, the Real Great Strike. I think I put that away. And Banshee Born in my backlog and broke my. Oh, you broke the GP01 FB. Ah, don't you hate that? What mobile suit would you like to see as a real grade but hasn't gotten the treatment as for now? Okay, good question. I would like to see a real grade Dom, a real grade Gelgoog, a real grade GM. That's a good idea for a real grade GM. I think they kind of figured that out. And maybe even a real grade Kempfer. I could also say the Golf, but I don't think so. I don't know. That's my interpretation. If you want to see photos of my Xeon, I'll post it on my Instagram with at Gunpla. All right, I'll look it up. I'll look it up. Real Grace and Ninju, super fun kit. Sarcasm. Really? Now, should I make it, Lee? Should I make this an Ninju, or should I just? No, I should make it anyway. For me personally, I like to see the Lupus as a real grade. Okay, I would go for that. The proportions will probably be a little bigger to fit the overall weight and size. So I'll go with the Barbatos. Oh, I'm surprised nobody has said G Self. We need some real grade GM types. Yes, we do. I would definitely look into that. It shouldn't be that expensive, maybe 20, 25 bucks, but it is a real grade. What is the oldest kit have you built? My oldest kit is the Zaku 2 Commander type Char Anzabal. Good question. Good question. I think last year when I made the regular GM. Where is it? I thought I had it here. And it was supposed to be for shits and giggles. Here it is. Here it is. This is the oldest kit that I built so far. The original GM, and I used this as a test bed for painting and stuff like that to see how the paint comes out on plastic. I purchased the GM command. I might as well leave this here. I purchased the GM command for also custom, so that's technically an old kit, and it's going to be like the third time I'm I'm going to be building that kit. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to be doing right now. GM ground type. That's a good. Or I'm sorry, real great ground type could be a good idea. Dropped it on the concrete slab. Oh, and my first real grade is actually the Sky Grasper. Oh, cool. Yes, everyone should experiencing that POS. Have you seen Pacific Rim Express? Yes, I did. I did see it. By the way, I did see it, and I built this guy. For those of you who don't remember, the Bracer Phoenix, which was sent to me for free to review. And I'd like to thank you guys for all watching that video as well. That was great. That was great. It's a nice kit. I was actually thinking of getting the Gypsy Avenger. Maybe later. Not now. It's not in my crosshairs yet. So yeah. By the way, I think Uprising is already on digital streams and maybe DVD. So get your hands on it if you haven't. What is the oldest kit on your backlog? Okay. Oldest kit in my backlog. Uh, I have the real grade Zagak, and I have the um, one of the fighters from Yamato 2199, which I haven't built yet. I keep seeing it there all the time. I'm kind of, there's a few. Oh yeah, I have the original high grade Gyaradoga as well as the new high grade, the updated high grade Gyaradoga, which I was going to do a dual build video with that. I may do that this year. Don't know yet, depending on how time, you know, if I have the time to do it. But that's pretty much like the oldest ones I right now up to now I'm remembering. So that's what I got. Let's see here. Do you use acrylic or enamel for primer? I read enamel can actually ruin the plastic. No, I don't use primer. I'm sorry, I don't use enamel primer. I just use regular, either the lacquer, like the Mr. Hobby brand, and what do you call it? The other brand, yeah, the acrylic one from Megama. This one right here. So I have this, and I have this. I have those two. This one, for whatever reason, likes to clog up a bit, maybe because of the airbrush. It's almost done. I don't know if I'm going to be buying this again. Another good primer was the one from Alclad. That was amazing. That I love. But for whatever reason, this always comes on top. Always, I never had problems with this. As long as you properly thin it fine, you're good. It's a shame that the Pacificans are smaller than the high grade Gunpla. Well, think about this. If this was a 1/44 scale, it would be the same. It will be a little bit bigger than the mega size. So count your blessings that it isn't. Just repainted the frame and core fighter of the RX-78 and print some new armor and had new hand. So Bandai production quotes couldn't be too much. Oh, what the fuck is that sound? That's a kettle. Where did that piece for the multiple arms come from? Oh, darn it. I believe it's letter D. Hold on a second. I'll let you know in a minute. Okay. I believe it's part A, but I could be wrong for the Summer Gunpla campaign parts. I believe it's A. So, like, I have the B, and then there's one called A. Do I have the manual here? Where the hell is it? I thought I had it here. Is this it? Yep, this is it. This one. Oh, it's D. Sorry. Parts D. So if you get your hands on this, you'll get your hands on these parts and features, which does this, along with the bazooka type thing, the beam bazooka. How do we know if a kit has been updated that's not in the RE or 2.0 series, like the Gyaradoga you just mentioned? How do we know? Just go online and go up to like Tag Hobbies or Gunpla info, Gundam info. Margoa of the Builders campaign for HLJ. Makgui. Don't understand that. Hope you make a Master Grade Akai. Thunderbolt. Oh, hope they make the Master Grade Akai. Yeah, we've all been waiting for that. That's a great kit to see. You know what? Right now I'm about to disconnect right now because I've been on for about an hour and a half. In reality, I should have done this a half an hour earlier, but we're halfway down the year. We already know what's coming out, and we in the next few months we'll be seeing announcements for the remaining year of what kits we'll be seeing. Clearly, we know what's coming out up until September, tail end of September. We need to know what's coming out in October, November, December, and obviously January. They always do that, and sometime around September they start mentioning and hinting on that. So we don't know what could be coming out. I highly doubt we're going to get a perfect grade kit this year. We already just recently built the I recently built the XES, so unless the only thing we're being hearing is the Trans Am version of the XES, that's the only thing we're going to be seeing, and some whatever Expo kits that's coming up. With that being said, we'll wait and see what's going to happen right now, and why not? So guys, I like to thank you guys for sticking around. Right now, you guys have been on for about an hour and a half. Some of you left. Thank you, H4D1, for have you added LEDs to your models? Yes, I have, all of them. We'll talk about LEDs in another video. Actually, I'll be talking about LEDs when I start building my GBWC build. But I think that's pretty much it. Again, I apologize for the delay. I'm using this new YouTube feature for recording, for streaming. Looks like it's working, so I'll definitely like to do it again in the near future. But again, thank you guys. Thank you very much. If there's a specific question that you guys think of, you can email me at my on my email account, which is stryderprime@gmail.com, or you could send me a message on this video chat, and I'll answer it as best as I possibly can. Also, my Facebook page at Strider_Prime, or my real name, Johani Kandi, which is there, but you'll see it. I have the link to all my sites on this video stream. But again, thank you all for sticking around and watching this. And what can I say? But stay tuned for more Gunpla models.